Hello YouTube, this is fireboyx, and I'm playing EU3 now, or Europa Universalis 3. Now the first thing you're going to notice is that your EU3 may be different from mine. So yes, this is a tutorial, and I am playing a mod called Death and Taxes, as you can see. Now this mod, the reason I'm playing it is because it adds so much to the game, including game time. It adds, I don't know how many years, 400, I don't know, years to the game, so it goes from 1393, or 59, all the way to 19 something. Anyways, so to start off, we're going to go to single player. I accidentally wiped off all my saved games, so we are, you know what we're going to play is everyone's favorite. We're going to play as England. So as England, you start out at war. So here's what I like to do in this. I actually like to get in and out of the war as quickly as possible. So yeah, let's see if we can do this. Yeah. Okay. 1356 to 1928. Now, the best part about this game, though, is in every time period, you, this is what the world actually looked like. So, I got Canada over here. They are a vassal. But, we got U.S. over here, and we got Mexico down here. These guys, you know, Spain, France. But for the sake of starting from scratch, we're starting from the very beginning. During the 100 Years' War, actually, I believe. Right near the end. I'm not even sure. If you're a fan of real-time strategies, which this is, by the way, I highly suggest you get this game. Very fun. Complex at first, yes. But once you get the hang of it, it's fun. Now, what I usually do is I just play with default settings. Preference, whether you always want to be at war, if you're a warmonger or not. Or if you want to always be building. Now, your mission, vassalize France. So you can either click this or you can click W to get in political map mode. I personally like Q, but I have to play in political map mode when I'm looking at France and stuff. This is what you start out with. This is what you've taken over. Looks like there's only flags here, but you can just zoom in to see your men. Alright. Right off the bat, I'm going to show you what these banners each mean. This is a disputed succession. Now, what a disputed succession is it's when their heirs, a country's heir, lacks claim, a good claim. So, if their heir is only, well, they don't have one, or if it's got a weak claim, which is done, that's weird, I don't even understand that. And you have more prestige than them, you can actually claim their throne. And after a while, if the king dies, you inherit the throne. So say France, or like me, they don't have an heir. They just have their king. And so, because this is happening, what the heck? Because this is happening. If their king dies and they don't get an heir, I'll take over them, I think. So, next up, revolts. Revolt's possible, that means these are all the places. This will put you in revolt map mode, which is right here. This is where you're most likely to get revolts. So, as you can probably tell, sorry, I'm eating pistachios. As you can probably tell, right here is where there's probably going to be a revolt, an 8.5% chance, which you might think that's small, but it's actually pretty big. So, here, country is at war. So, this is everyone who you're at war with. Turns out, luckily for me, I'm at war with Scotland. Just a minute. I'm at war with Scotland and all of France. All those other places are just part of France. Except for these guys. Those guys are Burgundy. Which they're really annoying. So right away I'm going to take Ile de France. And next, free advisor slots. These are useful to have. So what this will do is help you with things that you need in your country. So, say this guy here, naval force limit, so this will let you have a bigger navy. This guy will make you be able to explore and colonize further. This guy, which is what I'm going to get, makes it cost less for your stability, which I'll get to in a minute. Alright, who else? Fort defense plus 30%. Spy efficiency, yeah, let's do that. Alright. We'll get to all this in a minute. And last, this guy here. What this is the sliders that you can change. And so this will allow you to say, if you go for quantity, it'll give you bigger armies. But if you go to quality, which is what I'm about to do, you'll lose a bit of manpower, and it'll make your manpower cap go down, but it makes your soldiers fight better. The only three that I change on my own are quality, land, and offensive. I never go defensive, ever. You might start with it, but I always go back. Now, one thing that people will tell you that play this game is always go full quality. I have people telling me this all the time. I don't do it. I'll go -3, -2. That's maximum, because then you all of a sudden have really small armies. Powerful, but small. After you've gotten a big enough army, yeah, you can go down, up, but... Alright. Next thing. Stability. This is this guy up here. I have 0, which is kind of bad. It's not the best thing. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not good. The higher stability, the less likely revolts are, the more prestige you get a year, which is how good you are, I guess. The more prestige you are, the better you are, and the more respected you are, and the more friends you get. This is your legitimacy. The more legitimacy you have, the more revolts you have, just like stability. Or less legitimacy. This is infamy. Now, the way to get infamy is if you go to war, say, with no casus belli, which will also, mind you, get rid of your stability. But if you go to war with no casus belli, or if you go to war with a casus belli, where you're only supposed to vassalize instead of annex, then what will happen is you'll get a bunch of infamy. The more infamy you get, you'll lose prestige, which therefore means that there are more revolts. Flies everywhere. I've had this problem all day. Okay. This is your money, pretty self-explanatory. I'll fix that actually. And your manpower. Each unit of men is 1,000 men. So, evidently I can get 37 units of men if I wanted. Alright. This tab here, the 2 scrolls. This is your mission, vassalize France. So, you get 10 prestige, and you lose the subjugation cost of billion in France. You can cancel, or you can do it. So, I'll try it. These are your national decisions. Now, these are things you can do in the game to improve or change things in your country. So, for instance, say that France has been completely destroyed and you're England, but you like the French, and you own France. What you can do is you can actually, you own Ile-de-France, own whatever that other place is, and you decide, hey, let's form France. You can actually do that. And then your whole country will turn into France and it will be blue and stuff. Or, if you own and have cores, which I'll get to, all this, you can form the British nation, which is a bit more powerful and stuff. And so all these different things, they just change the way you will run your place. Alright. These, don't worry about them. These great men, they will eventually help with your game. So national spy defense, if you're getting a lot of spies, you're actually going to want to hire one of these guys. Because what he's going to do is he's going to make it so that these spies are less likely to succeed. And you also need some of these to do missions. So, yeah. These guys, these are just cultural decisions. I never do these. Generals. A general costs 50 ducats. An admiral costs 50 ducats. Or you can just convert your ruler to a general, and if he dies in battle, you'll lose your ruler. And if you have no heir, then you have to go into a regency council, or if your heir is under 16. This is where you change your type of government. Oh. What that is that's how many stability it's going to take. A minimum stability you can get is -3. Maximum is 3. Religious. Now, believe it or not, I never found this out until a little while ago. Religion actually plays a giant part in this game. You wouldn't believe it. At the moment, these are all the religions. Catholic, Muslim, and Orthodox, and Animist. What this means is that the province region is Muslim, but the country region is actually Catholic. So, yeah. Spain, Castile, Spain, you're trying to get rid of the Muslims. The reason religion plays such a giant part in this game is actually because it's really hard to form an ally if they're Orthodox and you're Catholic or Protestant or Reformed. And also, the Pope. You become papal controller, and actually, if this Pope dies, I will, probably. Anyways, you can actually excommunicate people as long as they don't have good relations with the Pope. Or, if you're having a Muslim guy really, like, causing you a problem, like the Ottomans, you can call a crusade on them. Which then all the Catholic people are like, hey, let's go to war with this guy, and just be a pain in his butt. So, these guys you don't really need to worry about. Well, you do, actually. As you move up in technology, you actually, your men will get better and better. So, yeah. That's where you would change your men, type of men. So, this, if you're really in an epidemic and you're not planning on going to war, you can lower this. Your men will fight worse, but you won't be spending any money. I always keep it high. Now, technology. Generally, you want to keep them about the same, but if you want to focus on your land tech, just move it up a bit. Don't ever go up all the way. That's probably a bad idea. And you always want to make sure you're watching out for your treasury. If this goes up too high, your inflation will start going up high, which in turn, everything costs more money, and, well, you're just screwed over. I do want this a bit higher, though. That way I can actually make money. There we go, 22 bucks a year, that's good. Just a minute. I'm gonna kill this fly. Oh. Got him! One down, a million more to go. Alright. This guy here. Well, this is, you already know. But, this guy, these are the great men of the court, by the way. Those are the advisors. This is my king, King Edward III. And this is my heir. Now, his claim is strong, which means those are the skills he's going to have. He's 25 years old, but for your heir to actually become king, he needs to be at least 16. So if your king dies and you've got a 15-year-old king, you got to wait a year. If your king's and your heir is 0 years old, you can't go to war and you're controlled by another nation for 16 years. So that gets boring. Alright. Right here is your just general information. Presently, I'm number 1 in all the countries that I know about, which are all these guys. Pretty much everyone in Europe. These are our relations with them. So you can see who you have the highest relations with, which is Wales and Papal State, and who you have the lowest relations with. These guys will definitely not be your allies. And these guys might. Oh, he already is, but speaking of which, quickly ally some people. So, what this is, actually, let's go back. Number 1 is just whoever has the most prestige. That's all that means. So, I have 99 prestige. You're definitely going to be number 1. Unless there's somebody else has that much prestige too, then you're competing for it. This is who you're at war with. That star means it's the leader. So you can go to peace with them, and you're at peace with everyone else you're at war with. These are your allies. You lead in a personal union with Wales. We already kind of discussed that. These are your casus bellis. So, I have subjugation on France. And that'll let me make him my vassal without gaining too much infamy. Reconquest. Now, what that is that'll allow you to take certain parts of your country, of this country, at a time. So you can't take it all. Not right away. But you can take a few. Let's see what else here. Holy War on the Mamluks. So that's just because they're a different religion, and you don't like different religions. As I said, religion plays a giant part in this game. So, trade dispute. Wow. What that is that's when people embargo you, which means that they can't go into your center of trade. So I have London as a center of trade, which is another thing. Center of trades, they make you money. You want to always have merchants in center of trades, and you want people in your center of trade, because that'll make you lots of money. The best center of trades to get into, though, are Venice and Liguria. The other ones are just kind of crappy. Back down here. Other casus bellis. So, yeah, trade dispute is when they don't let you into their center of trade, and they don't let you trade with you. That's always nasty. Embargoed. Again, that's just trade embargoed. This is who I'm embargoing. Rivals. And your mission. Alright. Now. Right away. First turn. Never unpause. Ever. In the beginning. Until you've run out of diplomats, pretty much. Right in the first turn, the first day is the only day you can make allies. After that, you gotta really work hard to make your allies. That's why I sent Castile an alliance. This is your, diplomacy. Be right back. Karma! What's up? Come here. What's wrong? Alright. You okay now? Hey, you okay? Alright, I'm back. So, in your diplomacy, you have multiple different options, which include declaring war. I have no casus belli, which will lose me to stability. Royal marriage, which brings you two closer together and gives you better relations. Alliance, and you see alliance, and it says impossible. You generally don't want to send it, because that means they're guaranteed, absolutely not going to accept your alliance, because they probably hate you. Or there's other reasons. Issue embargo, can't go into your center of trade, doesn't matter, they're not there. Trade agreement, just means that you don't compete with the other person, so you generally try to do that with somebody that's you're competing with in your center of trades. So, Castile. You would do a trade agreement, and then you two would not compete. Let's see what else is there. Proclaim guarantee. That'll call us to war with any country who attacks them. Warning. Call us to war against them if they attack anyone. Expand your influence. Give you casus belli on anyone who meddles with them. Military access makes it so that you can walk through their lands while you're not at war. Same with that. Gifts, your whatever goes up. Relations. Insults, your relations go down. Sometimes you need to do that so that you go to war and you don't lose as much stability. Loan offer, it's just giving them a bunch of money for a while. And that's about it. So let's get into this game. Oh, by the way, if you got a bunch of different navies together, all that you have to do is just drag your mouse over them and merge the selected units. Unpause. Voila. To get rid of this, all you have to do is that, but I like it, so. It shows me who's where. And I forgot to go into my military alliances. I was too busy talking. That sucks. Alright. So right off the bat, I'm going to actually attack France here. To attack, you just... Oh, shoot. Okay. And what I'm going to do then is I'm actually going to call them to arms as soon as I can. I can't. Which actually, I need to become the leader of the war in, which I don't know how, but I will find out. Someday. Alright, so this is a siege. You just leave your men there. You can actually detach a siege. So that's how many men you need to do the siege properly without you getting just destroyed. So, can kind of see where you're going, the other team, but everything's actually happening at the same time, which is what makes this game exceptionally hard. Yeah. So this is actually pretty much the end of tutorial number 1. Not much else to explain, I gotta say. So yeah. Thanks for watching, and if you want me to actually play this game, just, you know, comment and like and stuff. And I'll show you the multiplayer games we play. Multiplayer is a bit different. You have allies everywhere. Generally, everyone tries to be superpowers. Castile, France, England. Castile's who formed Spain in the end. And I like being Naples, personally. I've always wanted to form Italy, but I never get to it, because we always end the multiplayer game, so. Denmark's always cool to be. Austria is extremely powerful. They often become the Pope. And the Holy Roman Empire, which I forgot to tell you about. Holy Roman Empire, Imperial map mode. So, this is the HRE. HRE is kind of, they're not Roman, they're not holy. But they control everything around here that happens in this green area. And actually the Emperor is Bavaria. These are all the different electors. The electors choose who is probably the best person to become the new Emperor. So right now, Burgundy is definitely the new Emperor. They're just up here. And the only reason they're in there is because they own this here. But if anybody in the Holy Roman Empire, like after a while they call enough reforms and stuff, you can actually form the country, the Holy Roman Empire, which is kind of scary actually. I would show you, but I accidentally deleted it. They literally just own everything in this green. They have a ton of money. They make way too much money. They have giant manpower, full quality. It's amazing. But let's not get to that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But the problem is, if you take a province in this area, what's gonna happen is the Emperor is probably, these guys are probably gonna ask for it back. So if you say annex all of Sardinia, so you take these 4 places, which annexing is just taking over the whole place. And then Bavaria says, hey, that's not rightfully yours, give it back. You have to give it back, or else you get low relations with them, and then all these guys, probably not, but at least this guy will probably go to war with you, and he'll hate you forever. So, but then he keeps it and doesn't even give it back, so really, he's just greedy. Really greedy. Different map modes. Trade map mode. These are everything you know about. These are all the different center of trades, everything. So, trade areas, you know. So you scroll in, and this shows you all the different resources. Gold is amazing. It gets you so much money. It's awesome. And it reduces your inflation. And you can actually, if you are a trade empire, and you have a center of trade, like the Hansa, you can ask for exclusive trade rights. So, say, Sweden, for example, is amazing for fur, because they just have way too much of it. Like, way too much. So is Novgorod. And you can ask for exclusive trade rights where you make a ton of money. Yeah. They make a lot of cloth around here. Iron. There's wine. You get into the New World and there's a ton of gold. There's tobacco. Which I'll actually show you colonizing in a video sometime. What else is there? Diplomatic map mode. This is, all your allies are, well, you are green. Your allies are like this color. Allied in war. Allied in war. And your enemies are evidently red. Region map mode. Okay, this looks kind of confusing. But what this is this shows you which regions are where. So if you hover over this, you can see that this region is British Isles, so that's for if you're gonna form Britain. It's British mainland, and it's also Mercia, which is another place that can pop up there. Here, Essex can form here, along with the British mainland, British Isles. This is all Ireland here, except for, no, that is part of Ireland too. Yeah. So that's all Ireland. Ireland can actually be formed there, and it can also revolt. Scotland is here. Highlands can be formed here. Lowlands can be formed there. Spanish Netherlands can be formed here. If you conquer all of it. The Netherlands can be formed here. Italy. Sicily. Spain. Iberian Peninsula, which is Spain, in kind of. What else? Culture. These are all the different cultures. So you got... cultures are there, actually? I don't even know. I think... okay, so you get French or Burgundian culture. You get Spanish, Iberian culture. You get Basque culture. You get English culture. Or British. You get Scandinavian cultures. Russian culture. I don't even know what that is. Turkish, Hellenic. You know, stuff like that. Italian. So these are also the places that you would need to form a country, kind of. Not really, actually, but... Sphere of influence. This is your sphere of influence. This is Burgundy's sphere of influence. There, guys, is France's sphere of influence. Now, what that is... That's actually... ooh, shoot, that scared me. If somebody's in your sphere of influence and you attack them, the person's sphere of influence that they're in is generally going to attack you. So that's never good. Revolt map mode. You've already seen that. Colonial map. Oh yeah, right. These are the people that are more likely to be to colonize. So everybody on the coast, really. So they're the people closest to the Americas and stuff. Although I did colonize as Naples once. I wish I still had that game, but I got rid of it by accident. Economical. Manpower. This is where all your manpower is coming from. Fort map mode. This is always kind of nice because these means you have everyone has level 1 fort except for him, of course. Rebels. Oh, that means he's probably changing actually, but yeah. So stability cost. Generally, if you have really bad stability problems, you want to get rid of the places where stability costs a lot of money, like that. Technology map mode. This is always fun to look at. Europe, in the beginning, starts out bright green until somebody advances really fast. Like if I do invest, land, tech, 1. And I do that, and then all I do is slowly I will be getting brighter and brighter. Yeah, see? Now everybody else is getting extremely dark. Alright? And so now, actually is a perfect time. So once you get to a certain level, you can actually change what units you have. So you go Pike Square, it's usually at the top. And so they have really bad technology. They start out with 3. Everyone else starts out with 4 in Europe. Muslims, though, they've generally got bad technology because of their god. They don't let them advance. So trade value. This is the value of trade. That's more if you're a guy that deals with trading and stuff. This is supply limit. Okay, so if you have a bigger army, you generally want to be in a better supply limit area like that or that. So if you have a small supply limit, like if you have an army of 10 here, one of your armies is actually going to die. Where if you have where if you have an army of 10 here, your armies are going to stay perfectly fine. You can have an army up to 24, but as soon as you have an army of 25, at the end of the month, your armies are going to start dying. So that kind of sucks. Buildings map mode, recruitment map mode, not really necessarily. Missionary map mode is okay if you are sending out missionaries and you want to know where they are. So yeah, these are just all your different wars, leaders and stuff. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching this amazing tutorial. I know you guys love me, I love me too. You know, see you guys next time. And if you want me to do more EU, just be sure to ask, I guess. I don't know. You know, asking is always nice. I'd appreciate that, actually. You know. But, just curious here. Oh, okay. Apparently not. So, yeah. And see you guys later.